Gather round, for I only tell a fable once. This be the tale of pirates, so legendary that those who sail the 12 seas still revere their names.
A warlock of the Unseelie Court, Wikipe Weatherby.
A swashbuckler on the run, Kildak of Flan.
And a warrior on a quest to reclaim her scepter, Tana the Fierce.
Avast ye for the Gilded Voyage. Ahoy, me hearties, and welcome to the Four Rings Inn. Welcome back. Last we left off, our pirates had just made it to the shipwreck on the southern tip of Red Rat Island, and in doing so, they had trekked through the jungle. We met Baby, the horse.
So cute.
Baby the warhorse. Baby the warhorse got some sass. And
Warhorse?
Yeah, he's a warhorse. Yeah, he's a
big.
beast.
Baby's a beast.
Baby's a beast. Yes, Baby's a beast. Baby was not the only beast we encountered. We had the trap that was set was avoided by our party, and
I didn't say avoided.
the bad part was avoided. I will give you guys that. It could have been much worse. And the 3 displacer beasts ran them down in the jungle. Not surprised, the party was able to fend them off long enough for Kildak to both put them on their back foot and a mysterious girl to give the perfect bark into the forest and get them to leave. As this girl swang into the canopy of the trees, the party continued on, and we've just made it to the shipwreck. As we come to the shipwreck, let me set the scene once more. You can see that the sun is high. We're approaching noon this day. The water is calm, slowly lapping onto this open beach. The ship that has been beached here is a small sloop compared to other vessels, but a sloop standing on top of dry ground is still a large structure. You see that there is damage to the hull of the ship as something has ripped away at it as it's been tossed around the reef and tossed around rocks and bashed against the island. You can see that the sails are torn, some of the masts are broken, and the tattered flag shows that it is a merchant vessel from Baldur's Gate. The name on the ship has been worn away, broken down, destroyed by the damage that it's weathered on its way here, but the remaining letters, BETRAYL, have a uncanny resemblance to the word betrayal. From this beach, you can see that beneath the water, the earliest semblances of Rainbow Reef begin to creep up. You have the first bits of coral, very much alive, very fresh, incredibly vibrant colors. Clearly not the bulk of the reef, but just the parts that exist in the most shallow parts of the water. As you look around, you can also see to the west the very tip of the fort that sticks out at the end of the docks and the shops, as well as looking over the trees, the hill that rises up. You can see the governor's mansion resting atop its hill. Just again, far in the distance, but you are able to make out the silhouette. That was the word. You able to see the silhouette of the governor's mansion against the blue sky. As you step onto this beach, Tawny, you are frozen in place for a moment. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. The Your heart sinks. You feel this wave of anxiety, of fear of danger, and be it your training, your Druk bloodline, your paladin senses, something is deeply wrong with this place, and you can feel it just be in its presence. As this wave of uneasiness washes over you, I need Kildak to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Saving.
Yeah.
You get +1 on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
Wow. Very good. Perfect. Cool. You guys all step onto this beach. I will turn it over to you from here.
Nothing happened.
I think that's a good thing.
I guess.
Be grateful nothing happened.
As we step out, and I just stop. I'm gonna swing out my arms and just be like, "Stop! Stop!
Why?
Something's not right. Something's wrong with this.
Yeah, there's a ship on the beach.
No, shh, stop."
Can I roll perception?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to stare at the ship, and I'm also gonna cast Detect Magic again to see if I can see if there's something
Perfect.
mystical.
I rolled a nat 20 for a total of 26.
Ooh.
What does Tawny do first? Does she check out the ship, or does she cast Detect Magic first?
I cast Detect Magic as soon as I
Cool.
am done speaking and telling him to stop.
Cool.
Hold on, John.
Yes.
So, this close to the ocean, Tawny casting Detect Magic, something in me feels weird, and I also cast Detect Magic.
Perfect.
Hmm.
Cool.
Oh.
So we're gonna start with go Wikipedia, Tawny, Kildak. And
My arms are like out, like in front of both of you, like physically trying to like hold you back.
Yeah. No problem standing behind you.
Wikipedia, you clock you clock everything about the boat, you clock everything about the reef, you see the fort, you see the mansion. Turning your attention to the boat. Looking in the sand, you see that there are footprints, fresh footprints in the sand. On the nat 20.
I also very point that out to Aubrey.
Yeah.
To Tawny. She's definitely gonna know that.
On the nat 20, I'll spell it out for you. You see big footprints, big troll footprints that have stomped through this dirt and have gone straight into the water. You also see two sets of boots. It has dirt, grimy boots, it looks like, that have traveled a couple miles to get here. Both of these pair of boots make their way, bless you, to the wrecked ship. A nat 20, you can tell from the way the foot falls, one of them was helping carry the other one. One of them was hurt, the other one was helping the other one walk to the boat. You also notice that there are a set of really teeny tiny footprints, just little pinpricks in the sand that shuffle their way over to the boat. Tawny. Casting Detect Magic. Usually, when you cast Detect Magic, your vision changes a little bit and it lets you see what is magical. When you cast Detect Magic here, your entire vision changes. And Keldak, this is going to go for you as well, but uh, Tawny is going to be hit a little harder with what she sees, and so I'm going to start with her. But Kildek sees all these same things. Wikipedia, I'll also let you know that you see a visual change in Tawny as she takes in the information that she's about to.
Okay.
Your vision changes. The normally sunny sky immediately turns to look like an eclipse. Like there is light, but it is like split by something, and it looks like a shadow has been cast across this whole beachhead. The water is no longer water, but a thick green slime that laps onto the beach. This green slime is not nearly as calm as the ocean looks, but it rolls in heavy waves the farther out you go over the reef. Unfortunately, the water being green ooze is the least of the issues. From within the ooze, you can see that there are sections, huge fissures, huge cracks that the ooze is pouring into, and something is leaking out. It almost looks devoid of light, but this devoidness of light seeps out into the sky and is almost pulling the light into it as it pushes out from under the ocean. As this darkness comes in, like inky black fingers, tentacles, ooze seems to be pushing out from these cracks and almost rending the ocean apart. You can feel through these huge cracks. It's not just one. There are at least 50 of these cracks with these tendrils like arcing into the sky as they begin to push apart the ground, are outputting immense abyssal energy from a different realm. Tawny has done studies of other realms because it is your job to protect the material plane from other realms. The Abyss was the only realm that was not natural, it was created. The realm was not created in like the creation of the universe, it was forged as a step above a prison. It was a place an abyss, a endless hole to put the worst of the worst things and to drop them in there so they do not come out.
Mm-hmm.
This realm is pushing out into this ocean, into this reef. The part that makes Tawny visibly uncomfortable is that
Wasn't that part yet? Okay.
is that
everything we've heard yet.
as Tawny takes in this information,
Uh-huh.
as your duties of Warrior Druk get brought to the forefront of your mind,
Mm-hmm.
it is a Warrior Druk's job to prevent these other realms from tearing their way into this realm.
Yeah.
You know that this realm has been without a Warrior Druk for 30 years. The last time you had an otherworldly crack in this realm was easily 10 generations ago. It has not happened in a long time.
Uh-huh.
The last time something powerful enough to break the realms, passed from another realm into the material plane, Drukgyul did not exist. The warrior Drooks as an army fought the thing that rips realms. It is not a single person push. The last time a entity fully passed through. There have been stories of legend of early warrior Drooks. As things pushed their arms through, they bravely pushed back. But the things that push through are on the scale of gods. And the last time a god or a full devil or a true primordial deity has stepped fully forth into the realm, the Drooks fought it as an army.
Ah, and now I have 0 scepter and I'm fucking level 7.
And so those are the thoughts that cross your mind. This is one step away from being apocalyptic. To add insult to injury, salt in the wound.
There's more.
Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. As the shock of it comes, and you sway a little bit, and you check your peripherals.
I'm pushing Kildak and Wikipe further behind me, like closer.
As you push them, out of the corner of your eye, you see Kildak's head moving. Kildak, in your detect magic, and Kildak, you could see part of this, has a tentacle arm, it fully out of magic, and 6 eyes running down his face. He no longer has his normal eye. You can see his normal eye, but you can see that the eyes he's looking through now are the 6 eyes that run down his face. And you can see these eyes have opened as he casts detect magic.
I had been pushing them both closer, so they were behind me, and now I'm gonna grab Wikipe's wrist and pull her up against me, like, so that way I'm still shielding both of them, but Wikipe is no longer getting closer to Kildak.
Can I tell I have 6 eyes?
No, that's the only part that you don't see.
I mean, I guess one of them would just see black behind the eye patch, but it always does.
Yeah, I would say like the most that you could tell about the 6 eyes is your vision shifts from the normal 1 eye to being wider. The thing that's hard to tell is, since you're casting detect magic, you don't know if that's just like part of the spell or if other eyes on your forehead are opening. Like that's tough to tell, but Tawny does look at you.
I think after seeing like the horror on Tawny's face, just taking in the whole scene and everything, and her grabbing my wrist and already pulling me over, I think I'm just gonna like, I'm already right there. I'm gonna like hold onto her hand and kind of like look up at her and like almost like a small attempt at comfort that I'm right here, and just kind of hold her hand a little bit.
Tawny, does this always look like this?
Kodak, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. What?
You blame him for the whole thing.
No, I'm not blaming him for the whole thing.
I know.
But
I didn't do anything.
I'm gonna take my hand, and I'm not tilting all the way because I want to keep I want to keep most of my stuff forward, and I'm gonna try to like touch the tentacle on Kildak.
So you can see this too?
Kildak seems to be moving it. Wikipedia, you see Tawny reach out and like pet the air. Tawny, you do not feel anything there. Maybe at most, if it may be like a tingle of magic on your fingertips, but nothing physical.
Does it look like the tentacles in the ocean?
It is not black and inky like the tentacles in the ocean. It's more natural. Like, it looks more like a octopus tentacle. However, the tentacle gives off the same abyssal energy as the ocean.
How long do you think I've had this?
What? Is this what you saw in your dream? Is
You
this...
guys want to clue me in? What's happening?
I have a tentacle, but it's invisible, and I
And I
pass my
didn't-
other hand through it.
Have you always had that?
This is my first time seeing it.
Kodak, did you do something differently? Because I've had detect magic up a bunch today, and I haven't seen that before.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever cast detect magic.
Oh.
Oh.
No, it's such an.
Slowly piecing things together.
It's honest. You see this huge, the ocean falling apart, the abyss coming through. Oh. Yes, it is the honesty of it.
Kodak, are you
fair.
seeing what I'm seeing in the ocean?
Yeah, does it always look like that?
This is
Gonna guess no.
the worst thing possible.
Giant black tentacles separating green slime.
There's tentacles in the ocean?
Oh,
I
they're
thought you said it was on your
huge.
hand.
Oh, there's one on my hand, and this one looks cool. Those scary.
This is world breaking. This is the realm crumbling.
So, who is gonna take this jar and go scoop some of that shipwreck water? Because it's not me.
Tawny, can you make a Arcana check for me?
Hell yeah. I need to stop rolling. 14.
You actually, for this one, you can make with advantage because this is something that you would have studied well.
16.
16.
That's bad. That's good.
I have a plus
Based
6.
on-
Rolled a 10.
Based on what you're looking at right now, again, it's been so long since another realm's incursion. It's hard to it's something that is barely talked about in history books, and now you're looking at it in person. You would say, based on your studies, a month tops before whatever this is, whatever these cracks are, is a hole, a reef-sized hole, and something as big as the reef steps through.
As big as the reef. The reef is huge.
Did you want?
And I'm just like almost shaking as I'm holding them back, and like even Wikipedia's comment about the jar, I did not that's not even on my mind right now. And the lightning is building on me. Oh my god. This hasn't, if what I'm seeing comes through, the plane ends. I can't. This hasn't.
The whole plane?
The last time something like this happened was armies of Druk warriors, and I don't even have my scepter, and this is nothing like this has happened. This isn't. How is this? What is? You guys, this is the worst thing that could ever happening.
Then what do we do?
I don't.
Can you talk to your Druk people?
Not really. No, I don't have my scepter. I don't have control. I don't have power.
We're gonna find it. That's what we're doing. We're looking for the scepter. We'll
need,
get it.
We need it like tomorrow. This is world ending month away.
Month?
Maybe. Kildak, if that comes through, like this
What's
is
that? Like, what are you... Like, are you saying those tentacles are like a being?
This is the realm, the abyss realm breaking through. This doesn't happen. This doesn't exist. This shouldn't be here. I don't know how this is here. This is like stuff of Drukgyal legends. This isn't even like...
Oh, so we're like fucked.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't...
Man, imagine how much gold they'd pay us if we saved the whole plane.
Who is they?
Everyone. We'd walk down the street and people would just throw gold at us.
But how would they know? I can't see any of this is going on. No one can see. I'm sure this whole city wouldn't be standing if they can see what you guys are seeing. They don't even know what's right under their noses.
Well, that's even worse. You're totally right.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
This
Maybe...
This is my job. I'm here to prevent this kind of things, and my aunt wasn't around. She couldn't. I don't know how long this has been here. This is...
Well, it's
Then let's go get your scepter.
our job now.
Will that change anything?
It gives me this a little bit better of it, like to this isn't something that I can do alone. It took an army of people like me. But yeah, I don't have control right now, and I feel like at this point the talons are very, very protruding, coming through, and like my one hand is around like Wikipees, and the talons are just like
I am
coming out.
I start seeing talons coming out. I'm gonna pull away
Yeah.
and back up.
It's gonna be okay. We just need to focus, get your scepter, maybe contact your people. We got this. We can do this.
You don't
For the gold.
understand.
Not at all.
Kildak, give me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh fuck.
You've been here for a little
Just do
bit.
that to me. Do I still have that +1?
Yeah, you always have a +1 if you're near me.
Ooh, that's good. That's 11.
Cool. Sweet. Good deal.
Doesn't sound great.
Cool. Well, at least
Is
it seems
not.
like you passed.
I don't think I did.
I don't think you did.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, I don't even know what to do.
Well, okay. Step one. Step one. Step one. First thing. Let's get what we came for. Water and a smell.
Just stay with the trees. I'll do it. Stay put.
With the trees?
Like there's the
What
tree
are they
lining
supposed to
behind
do?
us. Like I'm saying, don't go farther onto the beach.
Oh. I thought you
Stay
were like
by cover.
leaving us in their care. Like stay with the trees. I was
Stay
like,
with
trees
trees.
will protect you, Kildak. I, and I'm gonna take the jar from Wikipedia because she was holding it out, and I am going to cautiously creep forward.
You begin to step onto the beach. The oppressive image in front of you gets steadily closer as you walk towards the least stable part of your realm. Granted, the closest fissure is probably 4 or 5 miles at sea. Like, it's not right in your face, but you still are approaching the very thing that has the ability to just annihilate the planet. You creep up. As you are stepping across the beach, Kildek, you hear a voice creep into your mind. The voice of a woman, soft-spoken, quiet.
Can I tell it's in my head, or do I think that it's somewhere close by? I need a drink too.
It's hard to tell. I'll say it could be close by. It could be in your head. The part that makes you think it's in your head is it has like a weird echo to it, but it doesn't rule out the fact that there is something unsettling close behind you.
As soon as I hear it, I'm gonna like spin around looking for someone.
Cool. You don't see anything, but you hear in Wikipedia. You see Kildak start to whip around, and you hear this voice in your mind, and she just goes, "Be careful. Be careful."
Be careful of what?
I was betrayed. People can't be trusted. The people you love can't be trusted. My sister, my own sister, stabbed me in the back. You watch your back. Someone plots to betray you too. Be careful.
Is it you? Because I don't know you.
Are you saying that
you're
out
just
loud or in your
hearing-
head?
Oh no, all of that is out loud.
You're hearing that one side of the conversation.
What?
You don't hear that?
No.
Can we leave?
Tawny, you get up to the water.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking a scoop from the ocean?
And it just looks like rough green slime to me.
You
Is the waves like coming like like how it would like on a beach still?
It is. By the time it gets to the beach, it is much less. It's not like.
Yeah.
It's very controlled by the time it gets to the beach. The waves
So-
out in the ocean look much more tempestuous.
I don't want to touch the water, and so like how like water will like crush come up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold
Sure.
the very edge of the jar and like sit it on top of the sand, so that way if a wave comes in, I can like kind of scoop it that way without touching the water.
Perfect. You get down. You do not touch the water. The water trickles in. A couple things happen at once. You get the water, you pull the cup back, and you have the water in the cup. As the wave recedes, there is one more magic effect that you did not see from back at the tree line. As the waves roll out, underneath this abyssal ooze, and like left behind in the same way that a wave will leave behind a trickle in a damp sand as it goes, there is a like pink and yellow and purple and blue like sparkle, like a like twinkle that just rolls back, and you get the faintest, ever so faintest hint of the Feywild. as this wave rolls back. And you get like some part of this abyssal goo has the faintest traces of pixie dust, of Fey essence, of the Feywild. And you get that just little sheen as it goes. As it does, you can see now right at the foot of the ocean the tentacles or the fingers or the things that push apart the water and that are like pushing out are ever so slightly like growing larger and like pushing their way out. The fissures seem to be slowly getting larger and larger by millimeters. You can't even tell if it's your imagination, but you feel like it's just getting worse in front of you. And I need an intelligence saving throw from... No, that's not intelligent. I want a...
Is this a dragon?
This is a dragon check. And I know that your intelligence is usually for dragon, but I think this is more emotionally connected. I'll let you use either wisdom or charisma.
I think
I'll let your choice. You can feel your emotions bubbling up. You can use charisma, wisdom, or intelligence to keep it in check. Intelligence is like trying to rationalize it. Wisdom is knowing yourself and being in touch with yourself, and then charisma is just being able to just rawly hold on to those emotions.
Yeah, I think at this moment, just being scared when Tawny's never really been scared before, it's gonna be charisma, even though that's my worst stat ever. I rolled a 4, so that's a 3.
Oh, you have -1.
You have a +1. You have a +1.
No, this isn't.
This is a saving throw.
That's
Okay,
not
so
how,
she goes from
that's
a
not
3
how
to
her
a 4.
dragon rules work.
4 is not any better than a 3.
You can
Could be.
feel the scales of your body, like you can feel yourself turn. You can feel your talons elongating even more. Your hands become bigger.
No.
You begin to hunch over. It is not the normal transformation where she kicks into a dragon. This is forced. It's like she is clearly trying to hold it on, and the dragon is forcing its way out.
No! As it just goes into...
Yeah.
Oh,
You
jeez.
see the cup, the glass is on the ground. It is, I imagine that it's corked in some way, because that's the only way that you'd be able to...
Yeah, I would have instantly
Transport it.
shut it once
Yeah.
I had it.
The bottle is sitting next to the ocean, but did not spill. It is still full of the water. The Tawna the Fierce, the dragon of Tawna, comes out, claws on the beach. Boof, boof. Detect magic goes away, and you see everything as Wikupi would see it, but your paladin, and more specifically your warrior Druk, understanding of planar of the planes and what's going on here, the imprint of the image is still burned into your mind, and you can feel it in the same way that you felt it with detect magic. Even though you can't see it at face value, the gravity is not lost.
My detect magic still exists, correct?
Your detect
It's
magic
not
is
outside
still
of that
that is
10 minutes.
Yeah, your detect magic is still up. We're still within 10 minutes. As this happens, as Tawny is slowly transforming into a dragon, Kildek, that voice creeps back in, and it says,
Y'all are fucked.
the ocean. I'm in the ocean. came to me once. Come again. Come again. Come again. Come see me in
Where?
the ocean. In the ocean. Ocean. Give me
Maybe a different
another.
ocean?
Give me another wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, please be good. Please be good. Shit. Do I still have that +1?
Not with the dragon.
Nice.
Got it, yeah. I think I'd be out of feet range of you anyways.
Your roll's just getting worse.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
You realize at this moment that you have taken a step towards the ocean.
Oh, you're so fucked.
Just one? I took just one step?
Just a step. You just don't remember taking it.
Wikipedia not seeing all of this. Tawny turned into a dragon, and Kildak start going towards the ocean Tawny explicitly told them to stay away from.
Well, in my perspective, Tawny just went into a dragon and Kildak took a step forward, like almost like towards the dragon, not towards the ocean.
That's true.
That's true.
His friend is upset, in peril. Like we just saw that force of
did
like energy rip out. So
I said
I'm
where.
not worried about Kildak.
I said where, and then I
said
took
where.
a step forward.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you did. Just tell you what I'm thinking.
That
But-
voice, the voice is still there. You came to the ocean once. You found me once. You'd found me once. You found me twice. You found me in your dream. Do what you did in the dream. Find me again. Find me. Find me. I'm in the ocean. 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 Yeah. What does Kildak do?
Kodak is hard panicking, but is also like enticed. Like the dreams gave me magic. It gave me my arm back. Gave me my eye back.
Yeah, it did.
I had like I was just powerful and rich and everybody was happy.
As those thoughts cross your mind, the voice goes, "We can give you more. I can give you more.
More what?
More of what you want." And then you hear this again from that voice, but it is your voice that says it. Power, riches, gold.
Go.
And it switches back to the woman. And she goes, "I'm in the ocean. Just find me in the ocean. It's the ocean. The ocean can't hurt you. You can walk on the ocean. The ocean, ocean, ocean."
You're gonna have to make me take another step.
Give me another wisdom saving throw with advantage then. You're gonna have to make me take another step is resolute, and I respect that.
No.
They're getting worse.
9 with advantage.
We don't want to talk about what the first with the lower was. It was way worse
It was okay.
by 8.
That is bad. Yeah, Kildak takes another step.
Kildak, I think you should give her some space for a second.
Give her some space?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Let's cut back.
Dragon. You can cut.
Moving back to the dragon real quick. Yeah, what is Tana doing?
Suddenly, a dragon, terrified. Tawny is going to pick up the water, the jar with her
Yep.
mouth, and then she's going to move to Kildak and Wikipedia.
Hmm.
And you can stop me when I reach too many moves. But her plan here is to grab one with both hands and fly away. She is
We have not
terrified.
accomplished our
She wants
task.
out of this. We have the water. We've been around the ship long enough to say a smell. I'm also immensely suspicious of Howitz and the Red Wizard because he wanted us to come and check out the shipwreck. And so Tawny is ready to get the fuck out. So I don't know if I have to do, the dragon starts coming for you guys.
Yeah.
Whether or not you let her pick you
Yeah.
up, or we can roll for it. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I'm. Oh.
That, I
I'm
don't know.
small. I'm gonna dodge out of the way because
Oh,
a dragon is coming towards me with her claws out and lunging towards me. So
The
I'm going
claws
to
aren't
try and
extended. It's just
It's just a
Aw.
dragon.
It's just a dragon claw, just reaching out for you.
a dragon, you know.
I'm not
Yeah.
terrified of this moment at all. No, I am not letting you grab me.
no, I'm not letting you grab me.
That's
She's
Cool.
in the ocean. I need to find her.
Cool. Tawny, as Tawny moves to, takes flight, moves towards them, you see both of them, get ready to get out of the way. Are you still, do you want to make them make a save, or do you want to let them move?
Yeah, we're doing ability checks against each other.
Perfect. Cool. Sweet. Tawny, you're going to make Kildak's up first. You're going to give me a strength check for me.
Okay.
And then Kildak, you're going to give me a strength or dexterity check.
Oh, it went on. It left. Well, that's not happening.
Your rolls are just getting worse. I'm not rolling anything, right?
Nope, not yet. Just to avoid confusion.
That's fine. Just checking. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Tawny, what did Kildak have to beat?
13.
13? Did Kildak do it?
No.
No. Kildak, you go to move out of the way, and as you shift, you look past Tawny into the ocean, and standing waist deep in the water is a woman. She is completely made of that black goo. It's just her waist up. She's not wearing any clothes. It's almost a silhouette. There's no face, and this inky hand reaches out to you, and then woof, you are snapped up by the dragon. And as soon as you move, Tawny gets in your way and comes back, the woman is gone.
No, she's right there. This is no.
Tawny, give me another strength check, and then Wikipedia, you can give me a strength or dexterity check.
Oh, I'm so scared to make this. I'm so nervous.
I'm not rolling well.
I didn't either.
I got a 14.
I got a 13.
So Wikipedia goes to move and is just caught by
No.
what? 13? Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, that was such good role playing. You fooled me. Yep. Yeah, Tawny, you snatch up Wikipedia. You just get her in your grasp.
As I'm going
wiggling,
for
trying
them,
to get out. Get off of me! No!
as I'm going for them, I'm staying in. Tawny, the dragon, is going to say, "We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here." And while it's supposed to generally come through in Draconic, it comes through in common, and you can hear this dragon speak to you.
As the dragon says this, and
So now she can speak common.
and Hana begins to lift over the trees. If any of you desperately want to get out of Tana's grasp, the only way to do it would be to spend an inspiration for that nat 20, in which case Tana could spend an inspiration of her own. The only exception is Kildak, you have the vision of the future, which happens to be that nat 1. Aside from spending those,
Yes.
there's no way out.
This is the future.
Cool.
You want to use it right now to get out?
Yeah, Tony
But
rolled
I-
on that.
Wait.
So what the ruling would be is Kildak, you can make a strength check to get out of Tawny's grasp, and using the nat 1 is able to force his way out.
He gave you the net one.
Right, I understand that. He's getting out of my grasp after I've lifted us up 50 feet?
Yeah, he's gonna take a little bit of fall damage, but
A little bit.
I will give you 3d6 of fall damage for that.
Yeah,
If you're willing to get-
unfortunately, this is definitely happening. I rolled my own wisdom check, and I rolled a nat 1.
Incredible.
So I get you guys both. I say we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. I lift up into the trees.
Yeah, we're
And
both still
you-
wiggling and struggling. And now he falls out of your grasp.
Kildak forces his way out of your grasp.
Tawny is betraying me. She is stabbing me in the back.
When he gets out of my grasp, I'm going to try to lunge and catch him before he falls.
Gotcha. I'm going to say, using the portent and the nat 1,
Right.
he's going to be able to hit the ground.
Oh,
And-
absolutely. I'm just like, Tawny would be going for him because now he's also
grabbing the air.
falling 50
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Kildak forces his way out. You reach with your claw, miss. Sweep with your tail, miss. Kildak has seen this vision. When he put that mask on, he saw being in Tawny's grasp, in a dragon's grasp, and forcing his way out. He knew exactly where the claw was going to be, exactly where the tail was going to be. Kildak, you hit the ground. You take 11 points of damage. You hit the ground and roll. You have one turn. Tawny's movement is excellent. You have one turn as she wheels back around. I'm assuming wheels back around and comes back for him.
How far away is the water?
Falling, can I roll to wiggle out of Tawny's grasp as well?
Yes, it will be with disadvantage.
That's fine. What do I roll?
It will be a strength check with disadvantage. And Tawny, you can make a strength check as well.
13.
Can't get any lower than that. Oh, would you look at that?
Did you beat a 13?
No, I did not.
Oh,
I rolled
okay.
a 2 and then a 2.
Oh,
Huh.
that's a bummer.
I rolled 2 2s.
2 2s.
Wow.
And that one would have been better.
That one would
Yeah.
have been better.
Tawny's got you locked. It is a grip of fear as Kildak forces his way out. Kildak, you hit the ground. You got action, bonus action movement.
How far is the beach?
30 feet.
Yep,
Cool.
I made it.
You run to the water. You still have detect magic up, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. As you land, you talking about
No, maybe not. What's the conditions for concentration specifically?
Oh, it is damage. So you're gonna roll a Constitution save, and you have to beat an 11.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. I tied an 11.
Cool. You keep detect magic up. You run, you get to the ocean, and as you step on the water, your foot lands on top of the waves, and you are able to stride out onto this glassy, the glassy water. It's the ooze. Although the ooze is still rolling violently in the distance, as you step, it becomes perfectly peaceful. You see that as you come up from taking that fall damage, that woman is once again in the water. And as you run, she is the same distance away, and it seems like you're getting just a slightly bit closer every time, but she's like unnaturally staying away from you. But it does look like you're closing distance. As Kildek moves, Tawny, you wheel around. Both you and Wicked PC.
I can
As
run 75 feet in one turn.
Cool. So Kildek is booking it into the
That's
open
fast.
ocean. You can see that seaweed is like creeping up around his ankles and like slowly like coming up to his calves and making its way up his legs. Kildek, you don't see this, but do you take a minute to look down at your feet, or are you focused on the woman in the ocean? Cool. Kildek does not see the black inky hands that come out of the ocean and let his foot step on each one as he goes, as these like thick clawed hands come out and just like sink back into the water as his feet come up and down. Kildek, you move to this woman, and as you get there, you can see that you're finally close to distance. Yes.
Kodak, is 75 feet dashing because you used your action? Wasn't that to disengage, like to get out of my arms?
No, he has movement
He
action.
got another turn.
His turn of running is the same turn as you moving in. He runs out into the water.
He was
Tawny,
prone
let me
'cause he
go.
fell.
Tawny, let's go.
Tawny, you are like rapidly approaching him. Like as he gets to the end of his movement, you're going to be able to pick him up. Kildek, you come to this woman, and she puts her hand like on the side of your face, and she goes, I knew you would come. And then very quickly the hand moves from your cheek, grips the center of your chest. Tawny, you can see, and Wikipedia, you see that the seaweed on his like calves swoop up, come up to like his thighs, come like all the way up his knee, up to his thighs. A black hand, unnaturally long. Like you only see like elbow to hand, but the elbow to hand is like 4 feet. It's as skinny as a regular hand, but
I'm
like
at this point pounding on Tawny's claw. Just drop me! Drop me!
the hand comes out, grabs Kildak,
Just drop me!
Stop fighting!
and pulls him to the water.
No!
His face hits the water like a pane of glass. He's still on top of it. Your face hits it. At this point, things change. Face hits the water. The reef that you can see through this perfectly shallow water has a shadow rapidly cast over it. It's not like an inky blackness. It's not like a cloud. It looks like all the reef that you can see, even from Tawny's height, has dropped thousands of feet. Like the ocean has just gotten incredibly deep. Like the reef has just dropped. As you see it all drop, like you are being like pulled into the ooze. The ooze becomes clear like the ocean. You can see the depths of the ocean. You're not being pulled under, but it feels like someone is pulling you into a pane of glass. As you look down, you see that same image from your dream, the reef, the crevice, the hole. Instead of something shiny down at the bottom, there is, you peer directly into the abyss, the prison built for the worst of the worst, the endless hole in the universe. As you peer into this awful, awful place, you feel, you can see that there is that same woman, beautiful, dark hair. She almost has like seaweed and coral, like as part of her skin. These beautiful, piercing blue eyes. And she looks up at you from what both seems like a like hands reach away and miles away. And she looks up at you and she says, let me out. The sea is mine and she knows it. Her time on the throne wanes. And as she says this, she like convulses, the waves roll, and the woman is no longer a woman. She is a monster. 6 eyes, the tentacles spilling out of her mouth, pincers on the sides of her cheeks, crab claws. The bottom part of her body splits into tons of thousands of tentacles, black, dark, ichor's tentacles. It is the same creature that you saw the statue of in the basement of the ziggurat. This thing looks up at you, and through what barely seems like a mouth goes, "My birthright!" And then in the back of your head you hear, "Let me out! My sea! Let me out! She will spend eternity down here for what she did to me! Let me out!" And the whole ocean begins to shake, and then a chanting begun that comes from her, "Durthgur no Sarak! Durthgur no Sarak!" And then you are ripped out of the water by Tawny. As you are pulled up, the bottom of the ocean comes slamming back, and the reef is calm, the waves are calm. You are hanging silently over the water with Tawny gripping your back. The only thing left in your head, your ears ringing, is the sound of the waves, but you can barely make out, and Wikipedia, you can also barely make this out. Actually, nope, this is something that everybody can barely hear, just in the faintest of bit, over the beating of Tawny's wings and the rolling of the waves. By 2 they come, by 1 they leave, 2 sides of the same petal. No room for both among the trees, so in turn they tried their mettle. Triumphant winner, victor one is, their throne amidst the trees. But the guilt still carried will never drown, way down beneath the seas. Vanquished, banished, betrayed one is. Deep abyss they are restrained. They lie in wait beneath the waves to claim their dark domain. Tawny, where are you taking our crew?
I have 80 feet flying speed. I'm gonna dash, so that way, every 6 seconds, this is as fast as I can. I want to hug the treetops like as low as I can.
Sure.
And race for the path where we left baby.
Cool. You race there. It takes you maybe 30 minutes to rip above the trees. The only event that happens as you're doing this, at one point, a wyvern, a lesser dragon-like creature, peeks up above the trees and crests alongside you for a minute before dipping back down.
There's just a wyvern chilling in these woods.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
It's kind of
Man,
cute.
Red Rat Bay really needs to
That's a
like
horrific
get their
scene.
shit together.
As
Oh.
we get to the landing where the path where baby is, I'm gonna sit them down and I'll back into mortal form, and Tawny is just there, like balled completely up on herself like this. What just happened?
Kildak? What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Koda, why did you fight me? Why did you go into the water? What was that?
She called to me. I don't know.
Who's she?
It's all happened before. It wasn't, that was not the first time any of that's happened.
What do you?
Not the first
Everything was
time.
familiar.
When did this happen before?
I don't know. I like you dropping me, that I had a vision, and the like the whole the sea, the ocean floor I've seen before somewhere. It just all was so familiar, and what it was.
Kodak, that's the abyss. That is the end of world that I was warning about, and you ran into it. What do you mean that's happened before? What do you mean you've seen that? You had
I don't know.
That was scary, Kildak.
I don't know what else to
Really
tell you.
scared us.
I've really seen all of that before.
That's so much worse.
Can you not run into the ocean like that again?
I'll
Can we
try.
not do that?
I didn't have much of a choice.
What do you mean you didn't have a choice? When did this start?
On the beach?
No. When did this truly all start? Everything with that the woman and the tentacles and the dreams and
I don't know. I mean, I had a weird dream the first night we got here. And I
just
they're
how I asked you before, tell me the dream.
honestly, I'm like standing on a boat, and I look down, and there's just like a hole in the ocean, and it goes down, and there's just like a sparkle at the end, and I have my arm, and I have my eye, and everything's just right.
Real quick, I was caught up in the moment. Small thing I forgot to do. Kildak peered into the abyss, one of the worst places in the universe. Give me a roll D100 real quick,
Oh,
because
fun.
you are not okay.
So if I roll, so I have like a 30, and then I rolled a 0. The 0 is a 10, so it's technically a 40. I believe is what we decided, right? Yeah.
Sweet. Yep.
So-
Cool. Perfect. That is crazy.
Just perfect.
Sweet.
Am I receiving a text?
I'm gonna send you your
Yeah.
indefinite madness.
Indefinite?
Ooh.
Oh, kill
I
that.
don't think you could have rolled a better madness.
Oh, I want to know what it is.
Oh, me too.
And whatever this was, it would have started for him
Yeah,
At the ocean.
yeah, yeah. Started at the
Right
ocean.
before we picked him up.
Yeah, wild.
And I'm just kind of like standing there, like kind of staring off into space. I'm just as shocked as everybody else. I didn't really have much control. I'm just kind of like shaking.
I don't understand.
I will say, maybe not great. At the remember that big old pyramid in the jungle?
The ziggurat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a statue at the bottom of it that I may have touched
Oh, buddy,
and
boy,
made
you
an
didn't just-
offering to.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And it may have looked very similar to that creature.
Did I see the? I didn't see the girl, did I?
The one standing in the water? No,
Right.
definitely not. Even when you had to take magic up, no.
Right. I do. Describe this girl and statue for me.
Well, the girl is a girl. Just kind of a girl. The creature. Picture tentacles everywhere. Pinchers.
And that's what
Like,
the
that's
statue
about
was?
it.
The statue and the
Yeah.
cigarette. That's what it looked like?
Yeah, it was at least very similar.
Why did you pray to the statue?
Well, because on the floor, like above it, or 2 floors above it, there was like a different statue, and I gave an offering to that one, and that one was very nice. And then when we got to the basement, there was another one, so I was like, well, I might as well balance it out. Like, nobody's been here, so I just figured I'd be nice.
I know Kildek hasn't given me a lot. But paired with my knowledge specifically of the abyss and oceans and tentacles, is any of this ringing a bell for me?
Give me an Arcana and a History check. And I'm like,
Both?
it'll be like, yeah, give me both.
Arcana first?
Can I also roll to any insight on the poem we heard in comparison to my original poem?
Yeah,
If
sure.
there's any additional insight to come from it.
Yeah, sure.
I got a 24 on Arcana.
Ooh.
And that's 20! Plus 6.
Wow.
So it's 26 for history.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Tawny is smart. She has studied.
Tawny's mind is going like this right now.
Ooh, a nat 20. Okay.
What do you want to
Got to
give
learn
up?
a lot.
How much
It is a
information do you
lot.
wanna give to us?
And Wikipedia, what did you get on your insight?
19.
Cool.
Is it
That's
a natural
really
20?
good.
It's close.
No, nat 20 would be pretty close. All right. I'm going to do Wikipedia first. That way we can do respect to that nat 20. Insight. What was your insight on? It was on Kildek? Or on... I'm sorry.
I think he was on Kildek.
I don't remember now.
Your insight was on the poems and
Oh,
what was
oh.
different about the poem than before.
Got it. Thank you.
I rolled my insight check to see if I found any comparisons or any extra information from hearing the poem out loud to my own
Cool.
poem in my dream.
Got it. You know that the first stanza, I think that's what the poem term. First
Nailed it.
stanza and the
Like
second
paragraph in
stanza.
poem terms.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
stanza and the second stanza are the same
Yeah.
from your dream, word for word.
Clock
There
that.
was the additional third stanza that you had not heard before, about being vanquished and beaten, and the deep abyss. Yeah, you definitely get a sense of duality from these. Big insight into the poem, big focus on there being two, the two things being similar, pitted against each other, and then emphasis on a victor and a loser.
Do I know that, like, hearing this poem, that it was caused by Kildek doing all this? I mean,
It's
I feel like it's pretty obvious, but
yeah.
I don't think it was just for me, right?
The part that you would think would be just for you is like the waves were rolling, the wind was blowing, Tawny's wings were beating, and so like you just heard it at like the edge of your hearing, and so like if I did hear it for real, like I don't even know if anybody else would hear it, like just because of how attuned I had to be to it. You know what I mean? Like it just like if somebody in real life whispered something, you're like, oh, I don't know if the guy sitting next to me heard that.
Yeah.
And so that would be your biggest concern. But I think that you do think that it was realer than like your dream where it felt in your mind.
Okay,
Uh,
that's fair.
cool. Anything else you'd want to know about the poem? And I think it's pretty good.
No, that's pretty good.
Cool.
Mm.
Big Brain Tawny over here in the books. You do not remember anything matching the description. The description of the statue was a woman with 6 eyes, sharp teeth, pincers, and 3 tongues. Both of her arms are crustaceous claws. Her torso splits into tentacles. Her arms are shackled and bound to the floor. That description.
Yes, but Kodak probably would have
That's true.
remembered it better had you actually seen it.
I'm trying to remember if
No,
Fair enough.
if Tawny and Wikipedia saw the statue.
They did
we
not.
didn't go back
Nope.
into
No,
that
we did
room.
not.
Nope,
No,
they were
just
distracted,
came out.
and I brought them
Kildek
flowers.
walked away, and then he came back with
Came back.
flowers.
Yep.
And then the big
Oh.
monsters blamed on me. When really,
And then the one
I feel
bird,
like it was someone else.
the one bird ate one of the flowers.
Yeah, Binky ate the flower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
I still have mine.
that might be worse.
I mean, it's definitely would be on the ship. Like I wouldn't have taken it here, but
On that net 20 and the other insanely high Arcana check, you remember in one part of one book, it was a book about religion. And it was talking about different gods and goddesses of the material plane, the ones that live in the celestial realm, and it talks about Umberly, known as Queen of the Sea, oversees the ocean, everything like that. You tap into like that one memory of that one book, and it talks about how Ursula was the name given to her by the ancients, by like the some of the first civilizations, is originally derived from the Drukgyal people. They were the ones that, like, in communing with the gods, were able to learn what they wanted to be called and things about them. And as they did, the humans translated the name again and again. It kind of got like translated tons of times over the generations until it ended up as Umberly. Umberly, and its original translation, does not mean Queen of the Sea. It actually means Queen of the Sea, but of all that the light touches. In essence, it means the shallows, the fish, the reef, again, all the ocean that the sun can reach. And you remember back to the Sauna people, where they had the paintings of Umberly teaching them how to fish, teaching them how to cultivate from the ocean, and all the plant life that thrives from Umberly. There is a single paragraph that says, based on this analysis, there should exist Umberly's sister, a separate creature that is Queen of the Sea, but all the light does not touch. This creature was only referred to once as Urusla. Umberly and Urusla are the two, like, the dichotomy of the ocean. Together they are the goddess of the ocean, but one would be simply the ocean that the light touches, and the other is everything else. On the Nat 20, your history check rolls you back to something much more recent. Remember hearing about a queen of the depth, queen of the darkness, queen of all that the light does not touch, from the crab sharks, who said that she lived under the reef. She who lurks beneath the reef, and she used to protect them. She used to help them fight in the dark waters, in the deep ocean, and now she's turned against them. A final piece of this. The dichotomy between Umberly and Urusla being the same creature that lives under the reef, the push from the abyssal. The only thing that does not add up is the little twinkle of fey magic that exists under the waves. And on that Nat 20, I will say that you know that point is incredibly important, and you don't have an answer for it. In all of your study, like, you don't know how this hypothetical sister of Umberly is connected to the Feywild, and it seems to be a gaping hole. In that gaping hole, you look to your left and you see a warlock of the Unseelie Court, and you're like, that is also weird. We ran into these Fey displacer beasts. That is weird. These are too many coincidences for the same thing.
Also,
you don't have
there's
an
a plan.
answer, but for some reason, the defender of the material plane, a lady of the court of the Seelie Court, and a pirate touched by this entity that you only have a name of Urusla, all ended up on that beach on the same day. And that you don't have an answer for. But the fact that you recognize that, like, that is a huge... You can see the puzzle as a whole, and you can see the missing pieces. The only other thing that comes up, and I would say Wikipedia is probably the first to notice, just because of her height, the seaweed that wrapped around Kildak's legs, as you pulled him away, wrapped so tight and so tense they have dug into his skin and are now part of his legs. They have ripped his pants, and in the same way that Wikipee's palm has a little bit of bark on it, from ankle to thigh, like you have a swirling, almost like seaweed tattoo that goes down your legs.
Shit.
So is he just wearing like shorts now?
Yes.
It's more like a speedo,
Oh.
because it came up all the way up to like his. Well, it came up all the way to his hips.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just in your underwear, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you need new clothes.
Yeah. Got any?
But Tawny, that's a lot of information just dumped on you.
Yeah. The last thing that Tony had said was like describing that, and he was just Kildak was basically like I just don't have anything for you, and then I'm gonna like stand up and I just start like pacing as I start like racking my brain, thinking through it. You know, coming to all of this is probably gonna take me, you know, in game like a minute or two if there's anything that Wikipedia and Kildak are doing, as Tawny is just
Talking about my
pacing back and forth.
I will say, as you pace, baby paces with you. What a horse.
What a horse.
All right. So all of that was horrifying, but there are those beasts still in these woods in the jungle, and in town there are people who probably want to kill us. So we need to move. We should not be just sitting here. I know that's a lot, but we need to keep moving.
What do we do?
I don't like just sitting here. I don't like what we just saw. We gotta go.
Okay, can we just trade that water in for the what'd you call them? Communication?
Yeah. I'm gonna just like on the ground is probably the jar because I had it and then I transformed. Pick it up and put it in my bag of holding, and then I probably would have moved a lot of the stuff on me into the bag of holding, so I wasn't like always carrying as much.
That's fine.
And I'm gonna pull out a pair of like pants because I keep a couple things of clothes like in my backpack. And currently I'm wearing my cargo pants, which means that the pants that I am pulling out are absolutely like leather, like tight pants that would fit a human. And I'm just like, I'm gonna like hold it up to see what it looks like for Kildak. I feel like it would be a little stretchy material.
It is tight around the thighs and long, so then scrunched up at the ankles.
Literally every pair of pants I own.
You just described all of my pants.
No, this is much worse. Do you put it on,
I can't believe you rolled a nat 20 on that. Jeez.
You're surprised anytime we roll in at 20.
That was
It's like-
just a clutch roll.
It's a 5% chance.
Yeah, but what was the chance that she does it on the lore? The
On the
lore.
lore.
On the
The
lore.
lore.
Do it for the lore.
Okay.
So am I putting these pants on?
You need to put something on before we go back to town. I think it.
I don't. This doesn't work. Kind of flex my thigh and calf a little.
Ooh,
No.
if you want.
No, I need the pants.
Yeah.
I'm gonna offer them. Kildak, you can ask me to switch pants and get the cargo pants that I'm wearing instead, but I'm not going to offer that. I'm going to offer you
Nope.
these leather
I'll take
pants.
these. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Alright, can we go now?
As
Yep,
as
I put-
Kildak's dressing, I'm
I
just
put on
gonna be
pants.
like, okay. So we got with the news, but we have our okay. Yeah, we need it. We still need to get this fucking communication devices because things are just getting worse. We need to find Marcus and get the anxious carp out of here to get ready. We need to get the admiral and get him to the depressed guppy to get the ship in motion. We need to leave tonight for the we need to go for the lock.
Yeah.
And then getting on the horse, on Baby.
Cool. You are on Baby. Baby feels how nervous you are, and he moves faster than he did the first time. Baby moves faster than Baby did the first time in order to get you back.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it is about
Mm-hmm.
2:30 in the afternoon, maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Very traumatic morning for our party.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you come... Baby gets back to the place that you summoned him.
Yeah.
You summoned Baby, and kind of slows to a trot, and begins to trot towards town. If you want to dispel him, or I don't know if you can dispel Baby.
I can use it as an action to dispel him.
Okay.
Were there any horses? I know my horse is like very unique, but were there any horses in town, or would this be like the weirdest fucking thing?
Nope. You see that there are a handful of horses in the stable. It looks like they're mostly used just to go between the mines and to tow, like the gems back. But there is also like a visitor's stable where if they're hauling horses from one coast to another, you stop at a bait, you can let them out, you can feed them, you can staple them there for a couple days. So there is a stable that you can keep him in.
I think I'm still gonna have us get off and send Baby back, just because I don't know where with the compass is gonna take us for the lock, and we have stuff to do in town.
And what's 10 minutes?
And a spell slot, but yeah. So we'll get off, and I'll just like
Wait,
kiss.
it's ritual cast and a spell slot?
No, it's just a spell slot. It's casting time is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get off, and I'll like kiss like the top of Baby's forehead. And
Baby starts just nuzzling against you. He knows you're stressed.
and then dispel him back up.
Oh.
He
Did you kill him? Did you kill
kill
it?
Baby?
No, I sent him back home.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Kildak. The pony, if I dispel him, he goes to the farmhouse in the sky.
So
It took me a minute to remember the sky part.
The sky part, yeah.
He is literally
He
in a
is
farmhouse
literally-
guy.
He's in the perfect farm in the sky.
uh-huh.
You're like, Tawny, I think that's just something your parents told you to not make you worry about it, but he's dead. Baby's dead.
I love how
That's
Kilda
not true.
didn't question about how I could summon my childhood horse, but then when I desummon it, he's like, "You killed that horse."
I
horse
did
is dead.
question it, by the way. I said that's very crazy magic.
You didn't. Anyways,
Horse is dead.
okay. So Howitz asked us, the Red Wizard, for the communication devices to get the water, describe the smell, and he asked for treasured half-breeds too. Yesterday, we said that we went shopping a bit before we went back to the Hospital for the fiesta.
Yeah.
Could I, especially because Tawny wanted half-breeds anyways for herself, have picked up 2 copies during that
Yes.
shopping?
I will say
Well, we
Yeah,
gotta go shopping anyways today.
it is not an easy find. For the 2 books of treasured half-breeds, it'll be 10 gold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
Like, John, I just made 23,000 gold today. Chump change, buddy.
Yeah.
Tawny is definitely the poorest of everyone.
Well, it's because you don't steal shit.
The secret ingredient is crime.
I am right now the richest of all of us.
How much money do you have?
I have all of it.
23,000.
Oh yeah, because you're holding it home.
Okay, we have all 3 items. Did anyone smell at the ship? Do I remember anything? Especially because I was a dragon for a bit there.
Yeah.
I know I wasn't paying
Smelled like
attention,
salt water and dead fish.
but was there anything that felt extra, especially once I was a dragon there?
The biggest smell that you picked up and that Kildak definitely picked up was the smell of when you're like looking at the abyssal part of it, like the crazy part. You got like a whiff of like true rot, like blood, ichor, a wound that's festering in the sun, sweat that's soaked through your clothes. I believe it described it as like rage, or resentment that's been locked away for eons and has finally found a scapegoat. So that's the smell that you get hit with. Kildek, you actually being like face to face with it, you also got an additional smell that was of seaweed and mushrooms.
Tawny asked, did anyone smell anything? I mean, I got a little bit. It wasn't my priority.
I mean, it smelled like salt water.
Salt
And
water,
ocean.
dead fish,
Ocean.
seaweed, and honestly, mushrooms.
I'm sure he'll love that.
Okay.
Who doesn't love some shrooms?
You guys make your way to Howitz's magical workshop. You walk in, and this time as you walk in, like it is very brief before he appears in and goes, "Greetings! It's been so fast. I didn't think you were going to be so quick to come back."
I would have said like Howitz as we're walking in, like.
Yeah, he responds to that, like you call his name, and he puffs in. He goes, "Welcome," and takes like a huge bow. I'm surprised to see you back so fast. Have you gone to the shipwreck already? I didn't think you could come there and back so fast.
We're speedy. Now, I have 3 things you need. You are supposed to get me 6 communication devices.
Of course, that was what we agreed upon.
So here, and I'm gonna pull out from my bag treasured half-breeds. start.
Ooh, he takes it.
And I'm gonna be like, before I give you these other 2 items, I want proof that you can hold up on your end.
Of course. Let me see an item you want enchanted, and I will enchant it as a communication device. Actually, let me make 2 to prove it can be done.
Can I start taking off one of my own earrings that is like an earring and a little cuff with a chain on it and give it to him for one of the items?
Oh yes, of course. And he takes it.
And I'm gonna pull an earring that I have on as well out and give it to him. Tawny has like a
Excellent,
ton of earrings on. He wears a lot of jewelry.
Oh, these will do quite nicely. I will be right back. And he's gone. You're left alone for about 3 or 4 minutes before. And here we are, the 2 pieces of jewelry for both of you. And he gives each of your jewelry back. He says, "Now, all you need to do is think of the earring you want to talk to, and then speak the words out loud, and they will hear the words in their mind."
Tawny, I mean, the fuck?
Honey, it's me.
Wickeby, do you want to step right outside so we can test if this works?
Yeah, and I'll go outside.
And then I'll think of her earring, and I'll say, test.
You hear her loud and clear. It sounds like she's speaking in your brain.
Oh, I don't think I like that. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep. Okay. It works.
All right. I go right back inside.
All right.
That was weird, but it works.
Perfect.
And then
4 more devices, 2 more items.
I will hand him the water.
Excellent. And again, it looks like clear salt water, a little bit of sand in it. He goes, oh, perfect.
But as I'm
This
handing it to him,
Mhm.
and both of our hands are on it, I'm not going to let go right away.
Oh, you're still holding on.
And I'm going to be like, why did you send us to the shipwreck?
Oh, you see there's something strange happening in the reef. I think it's falling apart. But I needed to be sure, and I needed a little sample. But I had so many busy things going on that I didn't really have a time to get out there. So I had you bring me a sample so I could test it and dissect it and see what's in this water.
Yeah, insight check.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Shoot.
$15.
He is difficult to read because he's crazy, but he does. It looks like he wants to use this to learn about, like for scientific purposes. He wants to study it. If it has the properties that he wants, he might be trying to use it in a different, in creating a certain magic item or in a concoction or something along those lines. You do not get the vibe that he's looking to worsen the situation that you had down there. He either wants to understand the weirdness that's going on with the reef, because for like decades the reef has been dangerous.
Yeah.
People have just gone missing in the reef for decades, and so
Do I get a sense
He might-
he knows to the extent of what I know of what's going on down there?
no, you don't get that feeling. You get the feeling that he knows. He might suspect that there's another plane involved, and there's some extra magic seeping into it. You do not believe that he would be so casual about this if he knew how broken the reef is.
Okay. Then I'll let go.
Thank you. Puts it away. And lastly, I just need a description of the smell of the ship.
Why?
Because weird things are going on at the reef, and that ship was the last ship to sail across the reef. Now, how many ships do you know that have successfully sailed across the reef?
0.
Me too. Now, this ship you might be able not to call. The crew may not have been successful, let's say that. But the ship successfully got across the reef. And therefore, I believe a hint of why it succeeded is in the air.
It smelled like blood and rot and ruin.
I smell
And
salt
mushrooms.
water.
That makes sense. In mushrooms, you say?
And mushrooms.
That's just odd. It's the least unsettling thing, but it is odd.
It was
Yeah, it felt out of place.
Yes, it does. You see, he pulls out his grimoire, flips it open, like his book of spells, and kind of jots some notes down at the bottom of the page. It's like, that is very interesting.
I'm gonna
But thank you so much. It's not an easy thing to do. I will take those other items for you.
Yep, and I'll just take 4 random other earrings off. Like, some are like hoops that are up here. Some of the, like one's like a bar. Just.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
them.
Cool. He's gone for another like 5 minutes, comes back, presents you with them. You can see they have like that, like just a faint, like magical glow to them. He hands it back to you. He goes, "Thank you so much for doing business with dear old Howitz. Remember, if you ever run into a rattling bird, take its dying breath, put it in the bottle, and bring it back here. And I will give you 3 items of whatever you want. We can work out something, but the dying breath of a rattling bird would be perfect."
When are you looking at the water? When are you gonna? How long is it gonna take you to analyze that water that we got you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a day or so? If it's really interesting, maybe a whole month. Wouldn't that be glorious?
Okay. Thank you.
If you have that long.
Have a good day.
Here we go.
Takes another deep bow. Yeah.
Oh, that guy gives me grief.
I gotta go pick up my potion.
Before we go, in my hand there's the bar earring. There's like a little hoop earring. There is like a dangly earring that has like a spike at the end of it. There is just a little stud earring, and then there is an earring that has like a purple gemstone on it. And because I added the one that I had tested from the beginning, and in that I'm going to offer out to Kildak.
Ooh,
Pick.
I like the purple. Do you want the purple though?
I could not care less.
I want the purple one.
All right. Your ears pierced, Kildak?
No.
No?
This is gonna hurt, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna try to shove it through.
Oh!
How do you think yours are pierced?
Do you use
We
just
don't
the
have
earring? I thought you
piercing guns in this fantasy world. It's not that bad.
I thought you were gonna use like a dagger or something.
A dagger?
I thought you were gonna heat it.
Pierce a little hole.
I thought you were gonna use a needle, maybe. I don't know. I think you're gonna heat it first.
It's sharp enough.
Yeah, he's
Do
still
I have to make a check?
No.
How much damage do I
No.
take?
Yeah, you take a point of damage. It hurts.
I'll just-
As I shove it through, I will also.
You think more?
give-
More than a point?
None.
I took one.
It would bleed. It would hurt a little bit. As I shove it through, I heal him 5 points.
Oh, there you go.
You're fine. All right. What did you say we have to go to? Ava's?
Yeah, I got a potion there and a recipe, and I'm gonna pick up some supplies.
It's
It's
right now.
important.
This is not a priority.
It is for me. We're never coming back
How quick
here.
can you be? Where is it? Let's go. Let's be quick.
It's right across the street. Let's go.
We gotta
As-
go.
Yeah, as we're headed, I am looking around for Admiral and Marcus. I don't know if we'd run into them in the short walk over there, but I am
Yeah.
scanning.
You actually do. You find that the admiral is in the residential center. You see him. He is at the like central water fountain, and he is like just sitting there. He's not like pandering for money, but he has his ukulele out, and he is just singing a tune. He's strumming. People are walking by. He's like nodding to them, and he's just singing to the town. He's like kicked up. He's got his feet kicked up on the fountain. He's just having a good time.
Oh, we're gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, good looking.
Hey,
What you been up to?"
not too much. You look like you've all seen a ghost.
It's been a
Which
little
we have,
while.
but that's a story for later.
Oh,
Unfortunately, our time here is cutting short.
oh,
Um,
okay. Are we making a hot exit? I know that somebody made a hot exit last night. That wasn't you, was it?
it was a little us.
He gives Kildek like a punch on the shoulder. He goes, Gorhand would be proud.
Which shoulder?
The one he's closest to. Left.
Okay.
You still have two
Um,
shoulders. Why does that matter?
It mattered.
Okay.
He goes, yeah, man. Gorhand would be proud. It's been a long. That was his. His,
It was
his
just like the old
handiwork.
times too. Just aim for the magazine room, you know.
That was his way. He loved the smell of gunpowder, and
Mm.
I do miss that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good old Gorhand.
Yeah.
Admiral, we need you to get back to the depressed guppy and get it ready to go.
Aye, that's something I could do. You want it ready by tonight?
Just ready. Yes.
That's something I can do.
I'm gonna hold out my hand and I'm gonna be like, take 2 of these earrings. They are communication devices. Keep one, and then you can give the other 2. And I'm gonna kind of like look at the other 2 captains and be like, okay, Orc,
Polly.
Patchy Polly.
Polly.
I feel like it should be
My
with
vote's for
someone,
Polly.
but I feel like it should be someone who stays on the boat.
Polly.
Probably a good one.
Polly's a
It can
good
pass around.
Yeah, it
that's
seems
not diseases
unsanitary,
or
but-
anything.
It's fine. He's gonna take the hoop and he's gonna swap that out with his earring, and then he's gonna take the bar, and then he's gonna look at his earring and he's gonna go, I'm gonna tell this one's a communication device for Bug Eye. I'll see how long he thinks it is.
I'm gonna think about when he puts the little hoop in. I just think about his, and I know we're right in front of each other, but it should
Yeah.
still go through his head and just be like,
Yeah.
"Can you hear me?"
Oh, that's weird. It's like an echo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
that is weird. Can you hear my thoughts, or is it just the things I say out loud?
just what you say out loud.
Perfect. That
You gotta-
is
you gotta-
a good
You
thing.
gotta choose to send it back. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Cool. Gotta watch my thoughts.
Can't read your thoughts.
That is.
I can.
Oh. Since when did you read thoughts?
I can't. I just.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Trying to pull my leg. Can't read thoughts. Yeah.
Well, didn't you?
No, we'll talk about this later. And I just clocked that he said that. When I
Yeah, me
vividly
too.
remember the feeling of Kildek's presence, like pushing against my mental wall.
I
Past.
remember Wikipedia screaming about that in our fight.
Kildek, are you okay, buddy? You alright?
Yeah.
He's wearing these tight ass pants.
Yeah.
Do you know where Marcus is?
Marcus. Ooh. I saw him. I did see him. Do you know the guard barracks? Have you passed those yet?
Yeah.
He
No.
did not.
Yeah, he was snooping around those this afternoon.
Why?
I don't know. I think, if I remember correctly, there's somebody around there that he knew.
It's the
contact,
captain
maybe?
of the guards, and it's his ex who will arrest him
Oh.
on sight.
Kill him, probably.
Pirates.
Why would he be looking for her?
Because he's an idiot.
He has 2 brain cells, and they're fighting each other constantly.
I see. Well, fortunately for you, he's the only tiefling here. Now that I say that, it's probably not the best for him, being the only tiefling. Yeah, no, that sounds bad. That's not good.
If just
Yeah, you should find him sooner than later.
Yeah, if you can just start gathering up the anxious corpse crew, get to the boat, so you can head back to the depressed guppy.
Cool.
We're
Yep,
gonna
I
try
will-
to send him that way. If it gets too late, leave his sorry ass. We don't have time for him. If he's gonna be stupid.
He'll have this communication device, that one there. So
Cool.
you can just think about that one, and if it goes through, it goes through.
Oh, good. Cool. Easy. I can do that for you. I will see all of you back on the guppy.
Take
And he
care.
gives he clicks his feet together and gives a very proper water deep salute to all of you, and then
Wow.
puts his ukulele back on his back and begins to make his way over to the hospital.
I hate Marcus so much.
Yeah.
First,
So are we gonna go find him? Are we going just striding right up to the guard tower?
I don't. I'm gonna start. Let's go get Kildak's potion, and we can talk on the way. I don't understand. He didn't listen. Completely ignored what we commanded him to do with the Orachin last night. That was blatant disrespect, insubordination. He has always been a stupid asshole. If he's arrested, they're hanging pirates right now already on the gallows, and I'm gonna whip to the gallows just to make sure that in the time we were gone, a tiefling didn't join.
He is dead. No, there are no new pirates on there.
And then keep walking. I'm not the pirate here, truly. Kildak.
Are you asking me why he's doing what he's doing?
No, I'm asking what, as the captains of this fleet, we should do to the captain, first mate, whatever the fuck, who actively chooses not to listen to us.
Traditionally, he'd be marooned.
You know, like Wallywood was supposed to.
Eugene's there.
Eugene!
Oh.
I wonder how he's doing.
Probably dead.
I sent mail to the island.
We should go check in and see if he's okay.
He might have got my
Been a long
mail.
time. I'm just curious.
What mail did you send him?
Oh, just people were trying to send these things to Lady Ethra, and I the rings that we have that we intercepted. I sent her some decoy shit, and then she was supposed to send a reply thing back to Left Hand Island. Whatever. We ended up running into her anyways, and figured out what she knew. So freaking waste of my time. Anyways, Marcus.
If we find him, we find him. If we don't, let the guards have him.
And if we find him,
Maybe we still just let the guards have him.
Yeah. Let's get to Ava's and then we'll see if we even can find him. Maybe fate will choose for us.
Hey, that's me. Yeah, you guys pop into Ava's without a ton of bells and whistles. Ava's gives you the potion back. She took about half of the potion to distill it and figure out what it's made of. So you have one more use of this hot potion. She apologizes for having used so much, but the potion itself, she did some research, and a pure beauty potion is made from a squeezed beholder eye. And she's like, that's really hard to acquire. She's like, so I did some digging and looked at what this is. And she gives you a little list. She says, what you need to do, you take the head of a creature that you find cute. Now, I know this is subjective, but quite a bit of alchemy is. Then you need to wrap its head in a leaf of dragon's breath. Take that leaf, submerge it in a sugar water solution. It should be saturated with sugar, and heat the full solution to body temperature, and then remove the dragon's breath bundle. In addition, if you have beard oil, that will, if you can add a drop of that, that will increase its potency. But it's not necessary for the potion. And she says, also, this is just a personal Ava touch. I will add Tail of Newt to any potion, and I personally think it just makes it go down a little smoother. So my recommendation is Tail of Newt, and that is just for taste.
Awesome. Thank you, Ava.
Of course.
Do you have all of those things here?
I have Dragon's Breath and Beard Oil I could sell you. The Dragon's Breath leaves are going to be 10 gold a leaf. They are fairly rare. Then the Beard Oil is only 2 gold. For the
What's a
bottle.
dragon's breath leaf like?
It is a Dragon's Breath is a vine, and the vine has like these almost like flowing leaves that come out of it that it looks like from the base of the plant where the roots come out.
Yeah,
a
okay.
dragon breathing fire.
We're good.
Sorry.
That's
Does it
Tawny
let me-
being an ass to Ava.
Oh. Ava does exactly that. You're like, oh, you're so interested. This is what Dragon's Breath is.
Tawny in her mind is like, is it just like a leaf like with dragon like breathes on it? Like, cause I can get killed like that for free. That was that.
Gotcha.
So I'll take 10 dragon breath leaves.
Perfect. And then do you want
Those
the
cost
beard
10
oil
a
as
piece,
well?
right? You said?
Yep, 10 a piece. And then the beard oil is 2.
I'll grab some of that as well. And do you have any like heads?
I have a frog head. I have a
Not
raven head.
Not cute.
The raven?
I
Bird.
have a couple fish heads. I have a full octopus.
Ooh, that'll work.
Perfect. And she gives you a follow. But for the whole, I have to sell it for the whole thing. It's
That's
gonna be
okay.
another 10 gold.
Okay. I'll just have some like calamari later too.
Perfect. Excellent. And then you know what? Here's 3 Tail of Newt on the house.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course. And you can see that Ava is brewing like more versions of this potion in the back. Like she's starting to cook up her own concoction. And so what she gets out of this interaction is the recipe herself.
Mhm.
Awesome. Enjoy.
Thank you. You as well. Cool. You guys leave Ava's. Is your Is there any other stops before Marcus at? It's a lot of cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really fishing for attention.
I don't want to go.
You also don't have to stop to Marcus.
Well, we know he went to the guards area. We don't know if he's still there or not.
That is true.
I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna take them if they don't offer anything to like a cafe, because this has been so much and I just want to stop and eat and take a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys go to the cafe. You don't run into your blonde-haired, two-nightstand, and yeah, you guys are sitting around, like it almost feels like Avengers style, like after the Battle of New York when they're all sitting eating at the end of the day. Yeah, everyone just like, oh my
Tawny
God.
ordered 3 plates of food, like 3 meals just for herself.
Ugh.
I'll take a kid's meal.
They give you a toy.
What's the toy?
I'll tell you in a second. Role play while I find this toy.
Oh, I like that toy. Can I get a normal sized meal and the toy?
They kind of waiter's skeptical, but they'll do it.
Thank you. It's for my
When I
kid.
get my food, I'm gonna offer one of the fries to Kildak and a piece of the chicken to Kildak.
Are you not eating any of your food? I mean, how many pieces of food is the kid's meal?
A single fry and a piece of the chicken I'm giving to you.
Okay, well, thank you. You want some of mine?
Does that happen? John's not listening.
Sorry, I'm looking for the toy. What do you want?
I gave Jake a piece of my food and said, "Does anything happen?"
No.
Okay. Then I start eating.
Okay. Wikipedia, you have a what? The toy?
Yeah, I know.
You got
I
a
just
little.
had Kildak poison test my food.
As a dwarf, I am like basically immune to poison, though. That's not
He's the
necessarily
perfect
a good test.
Whether
I wish
Wicked
to use
or
Tawny
not.
or find a bird.
You would have started coughing or something if something was wrong with it.
Mhm.
At least vomited.
Tawny is like chowing.
Also, we're in a very normal cafe. There are tons of people eating. There is nothing suspicious at all about this food, and I still just wanted you to taste it first.
You
Having
were
a
just
bad
hoping
day.
I'd die.
Having a bad day. I'm having a bad day.
We're all having a bad
day.
day.
Your toy is like a little like whirly gig on a stick, but when you whirl it, it just kind of like bobbles around. It doesn't land. It just kind of floats around. You have to grab it to get it to stop.
Oh,
Awesome.
Kildak, you get a stuffed Triceratops. It's small.
That is getting like tucked into like the handle of my backpack, so that like sits on top and like stares out behind me.
Wow.
Oh my
A real pirate.
Okay, and then as we're sitting there, I'm just gonna start like running through things and being like, okay, so there was there and like I'm being quiet about it and trying to be vague enough that it's not like so ridiculous that this whole cafe is hearing everything that I'm saying. I'm just be like, okay, so when we were there at the shipwreck, and then I don't know what to do about that, and then there's Kildak, and your, I don't know, bud, weird predicament. Doesn't seem good, and then
Let's avoid going to that beach again, and I think we'll be okay.
no, that's not true at all. In any way.
I just meant me specifically. Me specifically.
I also don't think that's true, because think about everything that's been happening. You said you had a dream.
You said you've done this before.
It's like in a vision.
What about the bed?
That makes it better.
The honeymoon
The wet
bed.
bed?
You guys woke up.
Oh, that's probably where the water came from.
I knew it was you. You peed the bed.
I don't think I peed. It definitely didn't smell like
I
pee.
think you did.
I think
still- it
something
came
much
from you.
worse is going on. And there's
Worse than urine.
ties with the Fae, and it's just a lot.
Tied to the Fae?
Yeah, it was tied to the Fae? Hold on.
Kodak, I think you saw this too, by the way. The ocean with the...
You were the only one that got close.
I know, but I thought when Kildak was being down and pulled, that John mentioned the shimmering stuff is again.
I think the only fae that killed that got was the smell of seaweed and
Mushrooms.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah, the ocean. It wasn't just the abyss. There was Fae magic in with it. It was so faint, but it was clearly there. And
You think the Fae's helping this abyssal creature
I
escape?
don't know. I think. Do you remember the Sea Raiders?
Yeah.
And how they kept
How could I forget?
talking about the lady underneath and of the depths and about this like sea goddess thing that wasn't Umberly.
Yeah, the what did they call her? The goddess of the reef or something? The ruler of the reef?
I didn't piece it together then, but with what's going on and I think what's going on with you, Kildak, it's Ursula? John? Ursula. I knew it's like Ursula that you said Umberly's real name was, but I couldn't.
Rusula?
You got it.
That sounds like a
You got
pasta.
And
Sounds like arugula.
That's more what it sounds like. It sounds like a vegetable.
Stop changing my names.
No.
I already lost it. What is it? Arusula?
Arugula.
Arusla.
Arugula.
It is spelled U-R-U apostrophe L-S-A-A.
Arusula. Okay. There's theorized with Umberly, right? The sea goddess.
Uh-huh.
Well, her taking back to the root of her name and her origins, it's more like she's the sea goddess of the stuff that the light touches, like the top layers of the ocean. Whereas there's a sister, another goddess of the depths and of the darks. And I think that's who you're dealing with.
That would make sense. That adds up. She said her sister stabbed her in the back.
I will add one last piece to that nat 20 now that I think about it. When you in Kildak and Wikipedia might know some of this too. The pantheon of the material plane, the ones that live in the celestial realm, they are they cover a wide range of things. So you have like the gods and goddesses of the ocean, the sun, of life, but you also have like goddesses of death, of pain, of suffering, of murder, of lies, and they are still celestial, as they are still like they still like give that as a gift to humanity. They're different from demons, where you have like the demon prince of lies, or the devil, the devils who are like the devil of lies, the devil of hatred. Even in that like ranking, like the goddess of lies is still like revered and prayed to, because like the goddess is an important aspect of life, whereas the devil is just being mean. If this creature was sent to the abyss, it's not just they're not a positive god, they are a destructive entity that the gods would have been like, oh, you're bad to the point where we can't even have you at the table. You need to go in a hole forever.
Yeah. I don't know how it all connects, but this plane has been without a real protector for so long, and now that I'm here and I can't do my job right, but I have to believe that there's a reason that I'm here with you, Kodak, and this connection, and from the glimmers that I saw, you as well, Wikipede, with the Fae. And I don't know what any of it means, but I know that I need my scepter back.
Okay, then let's go get that lock.
Yeah, what are we doing anything about Marcus?
It sounds like we're leaving.
We'll take care of him later. Let's find him. Can we find him like on the way out of town? Like, are we going past the guard station? Just see him, hand him the earring, and just be like, on our way.
Well, which way is the lock?
If he made it to the guard station, I don't think he's getting out. And I'm not ready. I'm not visiting his dumbass in jail.
Well,
Why
he's
don't-
probably just outside the guard station.
If he's outside because he wants to go show off and brag and say shit to his ex, he's getting
know him so
arrested.
well.
Let's go to Morton's and drop the earring off there. If he's not arrested, he'll probably show up there and he can get it then. And if not, the Admiral has two, and we can tell him, we can talk to the Admiral, and if they never show up, the Admiral's spreading word to the crew, Anxious Carp crew, that they need to leave. Marcus can get it from them that they need to leave. We can be in contact with him. Worst comes to worst, this one earring gets stuck here, and there's Admiral still has two to leave one with the Anxious Carp.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get moving.
Let's take one to Morton's. We gotta be in and out of there, though. That's a scary place now. Just say we're leaving it for the
God.
tiefling and be gone.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We can just
You
sleep.
guys, you book it out of the cafe. You drop off the earring with Morton. Goes without a hitch. No one gives you a hard time in that. Stepping out of Morton's, it's now about 5 p.m. the sun is getting lower, but I mean,
Mhm.
it's 5 p.m. The sun is still up for another 4 hours. So, but it is becoming evening.
I want to either go back to the Hospital to our rooms or find a dark alley or something. I want to find somewhere that's at least a little bit private.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a good couple alleys that spots in town that you're not being watched.
Okay. And then once we're there, I'm going to say, all right, guys. And I'm going to get out the compass from Emerald, open it up, and move the thing so that way it's pointed, it's set to the lock.
Cool. You rotate it. It goes from north. As you switch it to the key, it swings to point north. You switch to the door. It spins south, and then you switch it finally to lock. And the compass spins. It whirls a couple times before stopping, and it almost like peaks up just the slightest bit, as much as the little disc inside the compass can tilt up. And as all three of you, your eyes follow the arrow, no longer pointing north, but you trace it up as it goes up the hill directly to the governor's mansion. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Of course.
Yeah, our gang is doing great. They have their work cut out for them, and everybody is sane.
Oh no.
This is so great.
I'm minorly insane. We have indefinitely insane.
Yeah.
We have traumatized.
Woo!
We are a shy group.
beautiful.
Yeah, we're doing good. Everyone's doing good. So,
Perfect,
if you
perfect.
want to see more, make sure you like and subscribe so you can see what happens to this realm before it falls apart and it doesn't exist anymore. But until we meet again over another round at the Four Rings Inn. Yar!
Bye.
Bye. Woo!